What's up, you guys? Nathan Bell here, doing another DC Comics Multiverse review on Knightmare, Batman from Batman v Superman. Now, before we get him opened up, let's take a quick look at the packaging that he came in. So at the top, it says DC Comics Multiverse review. Then has, the big window-style box packaging with the figure clearly displayed on the inside. Then it says Batman v Superman with a pretty badass-looking picture of Batfleck. And then on the side, it's got that same picture with a bio. If you'd like to read that, please pause it now. Then on the back, it just has a picture of all 8 figures. If you do collect them all, you get to build the Grab-No Blaster. So let's get him out of his plastic prison to take a closer look. Here is Knightmare Batman out of the packaging. Now, before we get into the figure, let's just take a quick look at the accessories that he came with. Batman comes with 3 Batarangs, which are all made from China. I don't know if you can see the little China logo on there. That's pretty funny. And they all come out pretty warped, but I think they should be real easy to bend back because they're made out of that, rubberized plastic. So you can just bend those, forward and back. Not too easy at all, but they're all the same. No one's bigger. None of them are smaller. They're just all the same size. And then he comes with his Build-A-Figure piece. He also comes with the goggles, which I will get into when I get into the figure. I just thought that would be easier to do. And this is just like a darkish gray, but it does have some silver dry brushing, like down near the base. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard to pick up. Yep, there it is right there. Some cool blacks. Looks like that's going to connect right into the bottom of the blaster. I'm still on the fence if I'm going to get all the figures to build it. I might just to do a review on it, but I probably wouldn't keep it. I think I might sell it, but there's a quick look at that. Back to Knightmare Batman. So the goggles are also pretty flexible. They're not hard plastic at all, so you can either display them right on top of his head just like this. Let me see if I can get them straight. Kind of like that, which that looks okay. He does that in the movie, and then you can also just put him down over his eyes, which is fairly easy. Kind of adjust him, and then he looks like that. I can't really pinpoint when he wore him down in the movie. I think it's when he first got out of the vehicle in that Nightmare dream. I'm not entirely sure. I did see the movie, and it was okay. I will be putting up a review on it later this week, probably. The face sculpt, I believe, is different. It's not the same as the original Batman that came out. I believe it's different. The eyes are painted pretty nice, though. He's got these, nice brown eyes with some white in there. I think they look okay. It's a little dark. There's not a whole lot of white in there to, tell the difference between the eyes, but there is some brown in there. It looks really nice. Then he's got kind of like this shimmery 5 o'clock shadow paint job going on, but I think this head sculpt's a lot better than the first one. I'm pretty sure it's different. If it's not, please let me know in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure it is different and is not the same. And then you can just, knocked over my review station there. And then if you open it up, you can see the suit underneath. You can see some cool, blackwash in there. Looks very good. I like how the bat symbol has these little, textured squares all over them. The scarf is really nice, too. Let me see if I can fix my lighting a tiny bit. There we go. It's a little better. There's a quick look at his eyes again. They come up a little better when I just fixed my light. And his scarf is cool. It's got some, blackwash in there. Or it looks like it was originally a brown, but then they took some sculpting tools and just got in there. So I think at first it was a really dark brown, and then they just added this lighter brown color over it. The belt's pretty cool. I really like that silver paint, and that continues on the back. They didn't really tint out on the paint, so that's cool. Then he's got some, straps going over. That's not painted at all. That just looks like it's molded in this really, really, fair brown plastic. These are actually sculpted in. These are hard plastic, just like his legs are. His legs have no paint on them at all. None. Well, it would have been cool to have a nice blackwash going through, I guess. He does have some sculpted pouches, though, on the bottom of his knees right there. That almost looks like a walkie-talkie for some reason. I don't really know why. And then his boots. I don't know if these are the same as the first Batman boots. I'm not entirely sure. They look like they would be. Maybe the treads at the bottom are different. If you do know, please let me know in the comments below. But it does have the, that kind of like snake skin look to them. You know what I mean? Like that real snake skin look. Then same thing with the forearms. These might be the same too, but they might be different because it looks like they did add this sculpted strap going over. Same thing with this arm. Cool. This arm too, and I think it looks very cool, man. I like the realistic, sculpted detail in there. And then you got his little cuffs right there with the badges. And then that's about it. There's the back of the figure. It's got this real big blackwash spot on the back. It looks like it's kind of like this darker brown paint. I really don't know what that's about. I wish they could have even that up around the entire, coat. That would have been pretty cool because the rest of the coat's just bland. See some buttons right there, a seam going up, a seam going across the back. This figure's okay. I definitely like it a lot better than the first Batman that was released. And there's no pockets going on the inside, so there's a quick look underneath there again. Not a whole lot going on the sides. I do like the wraps around his hands, though. I thought that was pretty cool. I liked how it looked in the movie. I still can't get over that silver gold-ish, shimmery paint around his 5 o'clock shadow. I think that does look a little bit like Ben Affleck, though. I do like Mattel's head sculpts for their movies. I think they do a pretty decent job, you know, for the articulation that they give us. I think they make up for it in the sculpt, because I think that just looks cool, man. I like that a lot. Let's get into some quick articulation. So his head cannot look up, and it cannot really look down either, but it can turn side to side. His arm can go up about that far. It can go forward, and his arm cannot. It does have a single jointed elbow, but it just cannot go up because the coat is just in the way, but it can do a swivel. He has a wrist swivel. He has an ab crunch that it cannot really go forward, and it cannot go back because of his coat, and there is no waist swivel. His leg can kick up about that far. You can see that strap's kind of in the way, and it can't really even kick up that far on this side either. He does have a thigh swivel. He has a single jointed knee. His foot can go up about that far, can go back about that, and there is no ankle pivot. Figure comparison time. Here is Batman next to Superman, and Batman is definitely taller than Superman is, as he should be in my opinion, because I think Ben Affleck is taller than Henry Cavill. They could be the same height. I would have to look that up, but I'm not entirely sure. Here is Nightmare Batman next to Armored Batman, and they're roughly the same size. I don't really like that. I think Armored Batman should definitely be a lot taller. Well, not a lot taller, but you know, when he got all that armor on, he should be at least, I wish they would have at least made him maybe like quarter inch taller than Nightmare Batman. That would have been pretty cool to see. That's my review, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.